Why is it so hard to ask or to demand what you need emotionally from others, right? And I want to say that first of all, that is probably a vanity issue in which you are afraid to be seen as needy. You're afraid to be seen as a burden. And let me just flat out say that you're not. You have the dignity of a human being and you have needs. God created us with needs, physical needs as well as emotional needs. And a lot of times, the way people treat us is not what we need right now. And I want to encourage everybody watching this to not be afraid to ask for what you need. You are beautiful in your need. And if we're not able to recognize that, then we are essentially denying who God created us to be. We are created to be beings of need. We're not created like the angels who do not need anything physical like we do. We are created very much like the animals, obviously with a soul, with a human soul and whatnot. But um, it is so good to learn the virtue of communication, to ask your loved ones for what you need, and to gain the courage. And I know that um, in the past, if I remember correctly, I wrote a letter to my parents once when I was a teenager, and I was essentially telling them some things that I really needed to tell them, and that was me trying to communicate what I need at this moment. And I think that's one way to do it if you are young, if you're a teenager, and if you are maybe afraid of your parents. But also the question is, why are you afraid to tell these people what you need? Do you not feel comfortable around them? Is that something that you should tell them? Like, look, I don't feel comfortable telling you my necessities. And if you are close to me, like if you're my parents, or you're my brother, my sister, my friend, and if I don't feel comfortable, my husband, my wife, then there's some very deep issues in that relationship that need to be worked out. So what I would pray for is, I would pray for courage, to not just write the letter, but to be able to look at someone eye to eye and say, look, I need this, or I need you to back off, or I need you to do whatever it is. And courage is a virtue. We have to practice it, right? So the more we do it, the better we get at it, until you and I become an upright person that knows our dignity, that we're capable of defending ourselves. Because think about it, we are called to defend the defenseless, right? And who better to start defending for the first time than yourself, right? Like, that's where we start defending human beings. We start with ourselves, and if we cannot defend ourselves in that situation and demand what we need emotionally from others, then why are you trying to defend other people at this moment, right? So be courageous, be strong, and pray about it, and ask God to give you the strength and the spirit of communication in order for your needs to be met. Okay, there's nothing wrong with having needs. All right, with that said, amen to that. Bye.